Hey there, Rivalers! So today we have some thrilling news for the Marvel Rivals universe. The Paris Game Week is just around the corner, and guess what? Well, Moon Knight is set to make a big appearance. We just received a leak showing his in-game look and it's epic as we hoped. So let's dive right into the details. First up, let's talk about his visual design. For what we've seen, Moon Knight retains his classic comics aesthetic, but with a fresh twist that makes him stand out in a game according to the leak of the Miller Ross, which is already deleted. The iconic white suit shines brilliantly, with intricate details that showcase his connection to the Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon. The shadows plays beautifully against his costume, hidden at the dark, mysterious nature of his character. I mean, just look at that, it's absolutely stunning. This design is also quite similar to the Marvel Mystic Mayhem design, and honestly, since we have both games developed by the NetEase and the same artists, it almost 99% confirms that we're gonna get that exact or pretty similar look for the Moon Knight on the Paris Game Show reveal. This one is probably the most badass hero design in Marvel Rivals so far, and I can't wait to see him in action. So now let's shift gears and discuss what we know about his abilities so far. This leak not only shows us his look but also gives us insight into his combat skills, which I'm super excited about. Moon Knight has a diverse arsenal at his disposal, reflecting his unique background and abilities. First up is Luna Kinethys. This ability is fascinating because it allows Crescent Darts and Moon Knight Blade to bounce between enemies and Anks. It adds a strategic layer to combat, letting you ricochet attacks of multiple foes while keeping the pressure on. Imagine launching a dart that travels through the crowd, hitting everyone in its path. Talk about the incredible visuals. I think this basic attack is pretty dope and must be really strong. Next one, Crescent Dart and Moonblade. This ability lets Moon Knight unleash a series of darts forward, maintaining his ricochet mechanic. It's perfect for dealing damage from a distance. The Moonblade functions similarly, allowing him to launch a blade can also bounce off enemies and Anks. This means you can keep your enemies guessing, utilizing the environment and positioning to maximize damage. Next, we have the Ank Siphon. This one's really interesting. It allows him to fire an Ank that reveals and stuns invisible enemies within the range. As you know, stealthy characters can often be a pain to deal with, so having a counter like this is essential. Pair that with the Lunar Chain, which let him launch and grappling hook to pull himself towards the targets. This ability can create some exciting mobility options during the fights. And I must admit that this guy will be a bane for the Psylocke and Loki, at least for now, because we know that Invisible Woman and Cloak and Dagger come at some point too, so they probably gonna use some invisibility skills as well, and I think that Moon Knight will be a hard counter for them. Moving on, we got the Night Glider. By holding the spacebar, Moon Knight can glide through the air, adding another layer of movement to his kit. And let's not forget about the Age of Khonshu. This is where things get intense. Khonshu bombards enemies with his talons while also reveal and stunning invisible foes. It's like having a divine intervention right in the middle of the battle, and I must say that this ultimate seems quite amazing. I think this one will be strong. And to be honest, from what we see from this leak, I think that Moon Knight might be the new meta character probably. Then we have the Rising Leap, which allows for a double jump. It adds verticality to his gameplay, which is crucial for navigating the environment. Finally, there's the Lunar Aura. Now this one is intriguing. It has two different ability descriptions attached to it, and one of which hints at a team-up. I'm still researching the specifics, but it seems like the move will reveal a stun nearby invisible enemies, making it a game changer in a team play for sure. So now, let's talk about how to effectively use these abilities. A suggested combo would be to use the Crescent Dart and Moonblade to chip away at enemies from a distance, utilizing their ricochet mechanics. Then unleash the Mark of the Khonshu in the right spot to boost that ricochet efficiency. It's all about the strategy and timing. Moon Knight, as the avatar of the Egyptian god of vengeance, has undergone significant enhancements. His body basks in the luminous aura that pierces through the darkness, allowing him to glide gracefully through the night. This not only give him an edge in stealth, but also make him a formidable foe, ready to take down enemies with his master's sacred aim. Overall, the leaks we've seen so far are promising. and I'm beyond excited to see how the Moon Knight will fit into the Marvel Rivals game. His unique blend of combat abilities and his visual design create a character that's not just powerful, but also visually striking. Besides this, I think that we're gonna get a few more surprises coming to the Paris Game Week, and themes like developers gonna tease it. Besides this, I also posted some new info in the community tab, so you guys probably thought that we're gonna get some new badges, some magnets if you can take a part in this Paris Game Show in real life event. And also, I think that players who will be able to play on the Paris Game Show will get some rewards, some in-game rewards for the future, like different sprays and maybe even some name tags or something like that. So guys, since we know that Moon Knight is officially coming to the Paris Game Week, it's pretty huge chance that we're gonna get another teaser in the end of his reveal, and it could be Wolverine or Cloak and Dagger most likely. Why? Well, because they are pretty hype characters and we need extra vanguards and strategists. And as we know so far, Moon Knight gonna be the duelist. It's also pretty big chance that we're gonna get the reveal of Fantastic Four in the face of the Invisible Woman, who is also claimed to be the strategist in the game. And since Moon Knight hard counters the Invisible character, Invisible Woman might be a really obvious choice for the developers to show the interaction between them, or at least show something like she hiding from the Moon Knight in the end of the trailer, like it was with the Moon Knight reveal in the Psylocke trailer, where we just get a small little part of the clip with a Moon Knight flying in the sky around the moon. So the chances on this is pretty big, as well as getting some new vanguards in the list, which might be the Wolverine, the Fiend, and other guys who were leaked and data mined already from some game files. As for my personal prediction besides the leaks, I think that we might get the new map, because we really need this one. Having only 2 maps in the game, so I think before the full release we're gonna get a few more maps, at least 1 more maps, which is Wakanda, and I hope that we're gonna get the another map, so we're gonna have 4 or 5 maps in total for the game. And there's a pretty big chance that we're gonna see the new map on the Paris Game Week as well, pretty soon. So guys, that's it for today's video. What do you think about the Moon Knight leaks? Are you excited to see him in action? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hey Rivalers, sorry for interrupting, but only 1.7% of you subscribe to my channel. To support me and my channel, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks!